Hello, hello, hello. This is Brian Gormley, another edition. We're in Greater DC. Film all over the DC-Baltimore metro area, different location each week, and give you a couple of tips and tricks on short sales and the rest of real estate in general. First person to guess our filming location gets a free prize. You got to send your guesses to support@cornerstonepropertiesHomeInfo.com. This is not Big Ben. That's your clue for the week. We are on our DC touristy tour here, hitting a bunch of main highlight sites that we haven't hit before in the DC metro area. So don't forget, support@cornerstonepropertiesHomeInfo.com. One other thing, just to mention real quick, we do negotiate short sales for free for agents and homeowners alike. So if you're an agent, you want to dispense with all the paperwork and the time and trouble and hassle of trying to get your short sale approved, definitely give us a call or shoot us an email. And if you're a homeowner, by all means, feel free to get in touch with us as well. Okay, so question for today is how to escalate a file. There are just so many different ways that you can take care of that, and sorry for sort of the one viewpoint panning. Try to get a couple of sites. We got a little bit of a beef bake-off going on here and closing the street up, so there's not a lot to see at the moment. But anyway, there's so many ways you can escalate a file and complain. First and foremost, you want to get in touch with the executive office in your at your servicer. They tend to be helpful, at least in pushing files along. Another way, of course, talking to the manager, talking to the VP is probably the best thing to do. Get in touch with your VP because they're the one who is closest to the file and can actually effectuate some degree of help, assistance, change to what you're hearing from your gatekeeper, negotiator, or single point of contact, and still far enough away that they have some decision-making authority, they have some power to do something helpful. Other things that you might want to do, certainly you can complain with your congressional representative. Most offices can actually put some degree of pressure on your bank. Another thing to do, filing complaints with the Consumer Protection Financial Bureau, what is it, CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, as well as things like the Justice Department and your DLLR in the state of Maryland, your Department of Labor and Licensing. Real estate commissions can sometimes be helpful, and the like. But another thing you want to do for sure is get in touch with the investor, and that's the entity that owns the paper. So if it's FHA, you want to get in touch with Default, which is their sort of in-house escalation unit at FHA, at HUD, and they will push your file for you. They will get in touch with the servicer. They know the vice presidents, the assistant vice presidents, and they can actually effectuate some degree of change, policy change, whatever for you. Freddie, Fannie, the same thing. Get in touch with them. They have escalation departments set up for that very purpose, and definitely something that you want to do. They can get you a better answer than perhaps the servicer can, because they in fact create the rules. Another thing is, I'll just tell you a quick story. We had a collection agency, second lien. It's ridiculous. It was like a $40,000 deal. And the second lien collection agency said they wanted $16,000. I mean, it was just absurd. This was a couple years ago when second liens were taking, $3,000 across the board. That was sort of the Freddie Fannie standard, and that's all you got. And they on a $40,000 deal, they wanted $16,000. It was just pretty absurd. So it turns out that my college roommate actually worked for Goldman Sachs at that point in time, and Goldman was the investor on that second lien note. And so I get in touch with my roommate and say, hey, what gives? These guys are being ridiculous. Get me in touch with some asset manager in your shop so we can work this out. And 3 or 4 emails later, and maybe 2 days later, I've got an approval letter for, lo and behold, $3,000. Go figure. So maybe sometimes it really is about who you know and how far you're willing to go to get your deal done, particularly if you can get to that decision maker. Frequently you'll find that they're a lot more reasonable than the gatekeeper people that you deal with at the servicer level. So, okay, that's it for me for this week. We've had fun with this DC tourist trip, and I hope you have too. This is really kind of the mid to the end of August. We're going to take a couple weeks off here for vacation, since just about everybody else is as well. And we're going to pick up after Labor Day. Be on the lookout, though. We're going to have a couple of really big smashing lunches in September. So you're going to really want to attend at least one of these. They're free for you, and it's lots of free good information. One's going to be an agent workshop on doing short sales, as we've done before, and another is on real estate investing and opportunities that you may have to partner with us to do some real estate investing yourself. And get your money to work. So don't forget, send your guesses of our location to support@cornerstonepropertieshomeinfo.com, support@cornerstonepropertieshomeinfo.com. Check us out on the net, capitalshortsale.com, and have a wonderful rest of your summer.